Anita had younger brothers and sisters and knew a little more about disciplining children than I did. I had three Shetland sheepdogs as I was growing up. If they did what I wanted, they were good dogs. If they didn't, they were bad dogs. At least I knew that was not the best way to do it with children. The child is not good or bad based on his actions. But what do you say? We started out saying, "Good job," or "Good choice," whenever he obeyed. This worked for a while, but it was hard to do and was awkward for us. So we asked friends and family what they did. We got about 5 different answers from each person we asked. They said they tried this and they tried that, but they never had anything definite to tell us. Most families had long lists of rules. They were usually vague, with no concrete expectations of behavior or consequences. Those that did have a list of rules had so many that they seemed to have a different rule for everything in the house. One family, with a mix of older and younger children, had a family council meeting, and they came up with about 65 rules they planned to follow in their family. One of them was, don't plug in plugs. The little ones were not supposed to play with the plugs in the electrical outlets. Others were, don't jump on the beds, don't eat in the living room, and don't let the dog eat at the table. We knew this was much too complicated for us. Martin Luther's 95 Theses were not intended to be a model for family rules. At least, God kept his list down to 10. So our search continued. We looked in many different parenting books, went to a few seminars, and found a lot of religious cliches and psychological answers that seemed like they worked best in textbooks and clinics. Some of the seminars were 16 weeks long and seemed overly complicated for what we were looking for. It should never be burdensome to raise children in a godly way. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Psalm 32:8. By this time, we were starting to wonder if there really was an easy way to raise children. We were only asking a simple question. How do you provide children with a set of rules they can easily remember, understand, and follow? We wanted rules that were so simple, even the little children could know them. We wanted our children to be taught of the Lord and have great peace. We knew that godly, consistent discipline would bring peace to your children. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. Isaiah 54:13. Even though we may not have felt like it at times, we also knew that we had a special anointing from the Lord to raise our children. Read 2 Corinthians 1:21 and 22 in the Amplified Version for more on family anointing. So we did what 1 Corinthians 14:15 and James 1:3 tells us to do. Pray for wisdom and discernment in this area. We've used an acronym to help the children and us remember the 5 family rules. Our acronym is actually a new spelling of the word LASO. Ours is spelled LASO-O. But let's think about the actual lasso. Spanish explorers who brought cattle to the New World first used lassos. It is a result of the strong Hispanic influence from the early Spanish explorers to the gauchos of Argentina that history paints the Wild West as we know it. It was these explorers who first took a rope, made a loop, twisted it around over their heads, and threw it onto the heads of cattle. That one amazing instrument literally shaped the history and culture of the Old West. Because of it, cowboys and Indians could catch wild horses. The lasso, or lariat, brought us into the true age of ranching, with quarter horses, rodeos, and so on. A lasso can be used to capture something wild. It can be used to rescue something or someone in harm's way. It can be used to remove something out of an area. Our LASO-O of 5 family rules is designed to protect and/or rescue our families and children. We can use it to capture and eliminate ungodly behavior.